Hey guys, so as promised, we're going to be doing our video on how to do a rotisserie chicken. So I got the whole thing already set up over here. So this is what we're going to be sticking the chicken on. It's something straight out of Vlad the Impaler's cookbook here. But we'll get to that momentarily. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a wet rub that's going to go on the outside of the chicken. Now, we got some roasted sesame seeds, we got some rosemary, we got some of that kosher salt. Again, as I said in my previous video, I like the more coarse stuff. You can kind of push it in a little bit better. We got the coriander pods over here. We got some nice smoked paprika right here. You know, and if you're going to buy this, definitely go online. In a store, you're going to get a bottle about like this for like $4. But we got an entire like restaurant size bottle for like $6 online. So then here we got a half an onion. We got probably about a clove worth of minced garlic and then one lime that I'm going to juice. So how we're going to do this is we're going to put it right in this little handy dandy blender. So I'll get the dry ingredients in there first. So we're going to push the salt in there. Pods are following. In goes the rosemary. Now, I love the combination of rosemary and chicken. Sesame seeds add just a really, really mild kind of toasty taste to it. Might not make a whole lot of sense, but it is definitely good. So then in goes the garlic, and now we're going to go ahead and try our best to get this smoked paprika in. If I was thinking, I would have put it on the outside of the plate. That way we wouldn't have had to go through the whole deal. Alright, so now that that's in there, let's go ahead and get the onion and the lime in there. So I've already peeled the onion, so all I'm going to do is take a little bit of the root off there. And then take it down into manageable sizes. So then it doesn't have to work quite as hard. Alright. We're just going to squeeze the juice of a lime in there. And this is going to make a really nice wet rub that's going to keep it from getting too dry in the rotisserie. Now, you may notice that I'm not using any kind of butter or olive oil in this rub, which is something that I would normally do if I was roasting it in the oven. But since it's going in the rotisserie cooker, I try to stay away from using any kind of grease, oil, or butter products because there are exposed heating elements in the rotisserie cooker. And when that stuff starts to cook, it could splatter off and it could start little fires. And if nothing else, it's going to make it really, really, really smoky in whatever room you happen to be doing it in. Alright, so now, put that on. It's going to get loud for a second. I absolutely love this little thing. It makes my life so much easier. Now, you don't want it absolutely emulsified. You want a little bit of chunk there so that you can work with it. Alright, so I'm just going to set that off to the side for now. Now, if you take a little look at that, that's kind of exactly what we're looking for. It's got enough of the moisture that we can actually kind of mold it, especially around the breast area. That way, it'll make it a little bit more moist and keep it from drying out. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the extra little giblets off the chicken here. Now, this has been brining overnight. So this is the same brine that we made in the last video last night. So this chicken is going to be really good. And the reason I didn't put too much salt in this rub here is because, again, it has been brining. There's no need to kind of salt on salt on salt. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the wings off. Because in the rotisserie cooker, all these things do is get burnt. Because half the time when you tie it, it just falls off or it comes out from under when it's rotating. And it just burns it. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that off right now. You find the joint, pop it, and I apparently did not hit the joint well enough, people. So don't be like me, aim better. So now what I'm going to do with this is I've actually got a little soup pot over here that I'm going to put all the extra giblets in, and this is what the base I'm going to use for my gravy. Alright, now let's see if round 2 Landon versus wing is going to turn out any better. Pop the joint. There we go. Much better. Now, I'm a chicken wing lover, but if I were to cook these up buffalo style like I normally do, I'd be so dissatisfied just because there's only 2 of them. So they're just going to go to make the nice stock. Alright, now comes the fun part. Just going to get a little of the extra. I'm going to trim the butt up a little bit. Trim the butt up a little bit. Toss that in. It doesn't need its tail anymore. A lot of good flavor right there. It's a piece that everybody throws away, but there's a lot of good chicken flavor locked in that little thing. So that's going to make some good stock. Alright, and this chicken doesn't have any of the other giblets, the liver and whatnot. Alright, now comes the part of aiming this monstrosity. Trick that you want to do is you want to get it to run through the thighs. There. Now everything isn't going to go and spill out everywhere. Alright, so now that we got that bad boy on there, I'm going to have to re-aim that a little bit, but I'll do that off camera. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this nice wet rub we got and just give it a good massage. Make sure to get plenty in the cavities because it's going to soak in a lot of flavor from the inside. Now that red color is all from that nice smoked paprika that we got in there. Just massage that on. Yeah. Focus a lot on the meaty areas, and especially here where we chop the wing off. You're going to kind of want to glob it right there. Otherwise that area might get a little dry. Alright, so that is how we prep a rotisserie chicken. And tune in later on. I'm going to be posting a video on how to make your own kombucha.